This is the best way you can get under a minute in IGRIS the Red. Let's talk about it. What's good, YouTube? NoGoodEman come with you today with the best methods for IGRIS the Red in Season 5 of Battlefield of Time. So guys, each and every time, I know the last time we missed Ice Witch Bestie, the work travel got to your boy, but guys, IGRIS the Red, we got about a day left. So under 24 hours, what is the best way you guys can get under a minute? We're gonna talk that and more. But before we get into that, make sure y'all leave a like on the video. As always, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all of the good stuff. And I do want to note, make sure y'all support your boy NoGoodEman on that Netmarble website. Free codes might already be active. If you see the name new code attached to this title, then there is a new code. So currently you guys should be able to get new codes, but if not, you won't see that on this title. But guys, 500 Essence Stone codes will come very soon, so make sure you are supporting on the Netmarble website. Now, before we get into that, make sure you click that second link in the description so you get your free rewards. I'm getting another 25k gold, which you can claim literally immediately, guys. So you guys want to be doing this because, hey, it's quite literally a free reward system as we get 1,000 Essence Stones from just the daily login prize. Let's talk IGRIS the Red Battlefield of Time, guys. Here's what I'll say. My initial thoughts is if you have Legendary Pulverize, you're going to be in a very good spot. Now, this is definitely damn sure not the team we used here. This is my team. I don't even think this is my team, actually. Where is he? Boom, there he is. This isn't even the team. Let's get the right team out here. I ran triple breakers. I was forced to run triple breakers. I'll say this. And here is why. Let me show you guys the detriment of my Battlefield of Time run. Heroic Pulverize, it's bad. It's pretty bad. It's super bad because if I literally had this on Legendary, I don't have to run more than 2 breakers, but unfortunately that is my case. What I will say, if you guys do have Legendary Pulverize, just throw in Mean with 8-piece Burning Blessing. This is exactly how the artifacts will look for your support hunters. It's just that, again, I do not have the luxury of running Mean or running with Mean because I do not have a Legendary Pulverize. So depending on what you have, again, you might not have the rest of what we talk about. So with Battlefield of Time guides, you guys always want to garner whatever I say or whatever I have. Tune it to whatever you have. So obviously you're not going to get 59.304 on the dot, and that's not what the guide is. It's more so how you can get near a minute of a run. If you do run this setup because you do have Legendary Pulverize, I will say put on 4-piece solid on the boy Gogun He. But if you have Heroic Pulverize and you still want to break within the first rotation of skills, this is currently what I am running. So if we talk about it real quick, we have Eugene Ho, Gogun He, and the boy Beck. We are using 8-piece Burning Blessing on Eugene Ho. On the boy Gogun He, 4-piece Noble, 4-piece Peridot. And then for the boy Beck Yunho, 4-piece Solid, 4-piece Peridot as well. For the boy Sun Jinu, it doesn't get easier than 4-piece Curse, 4-piece Viri. As far as the shadows, guys, we're going to keep this super sweet, simple, and to the point. I don't know what the hell Tusk is doing there, but these are the shadows: Big Rock, Kaizel, and Serbi. There's going to be great shadows to be using. As far as the weapons for your hunters, support hunters, it really doesn't matter all too much, but what I will say is if you don't have their hunter exclusive weapon, just put on the R weakness sword. So put this, whether it's the R, whether it's the SR version, you can put this on your support hunters. As far as levels don't matter in Battlefield of Time. I think growth it might to a certain extent, but again, these are support characters, so it doesn't matter all too much. And then cores also don't matter for Battlefield of Time. At least that's my current understanding of cores, but if it does, we'll eventually make a video apologizing for that. Now, as far as support skills, Armor Break Multi Shadow Strike is going to be the best skill you want to have. If you have this on Legendary, you're going to be in a very good spot as far as damage for phase 1 and stuff like that. But regardless, you want to be running this because this is the only light skill that does Almighty Break. We currently got a new Almighty Breaking skill, but there is no light variant. So Multi Shadow Strike is the best skill you can run here. What is also the best skill you can run here is Double Down out of Sonic Stream. This is one of the greatest skills you can run because it does a nice amount of attack, and for an enemy that does not have a break gauge, you're gonna get an increase of damage of 240. So you definitely want to be running this because once you break IGRIS's gauge, you're gonna basically use this skill to nuke about half of his HP. So with that, last but not least, Bloodlust, Pulverize, Advanced Dagger, Double-Edged Sword. you probably want to run Reawakening somewhere here. It's just that with my Pulverize being not legendary, I had to get more DPS somewhere, right? Because with my Pulverize not being legendary, I can't run a character like Mean that has a support buff that can increase my damage dealt. So I had to get a little bit more DPS. So here I am going with Advanced Dagger instead of Reawakening. So it's all kind of rudimentary, but guys, that is the artifacts. Those are the hunters. Those are support skills. Last but not least, weapons. I am using the A5 Truth Demon Knight Spear. I forgot to talk about this. This is probably one of the more important things. This is a free to play weapon, so you can't wail on this weapon at all. So for you guys that's been playing guilds as soon as it came out, a lot of players have the A5 Truth Demon Knight Spear. So depending on how long you've been in a guild, how long you've been in an active good guild, that might depend on whether you have this or not. I will say if you don't have this, you can go ahead and substitute it with the Huntsman. I want to say the Huntsman is another route that I was going to take, but really those are the only two feasible light SSR weapons, or really the only two light SSR weapons you can use. So choose between the two and let's get into the run for you. IGRIS, we got to stop meeting like this. To start, we're going to summon Eugene Ho, get him on the field, and then with that, he's going to activate Burning Blessing. I do want to pick up his potion though, because that's going to give me an attack increase to my Sun Jinu. So make sure you do pick up that potion. But I'm going to go ahead and use Multi-Shadow Strike. Make sure I grab the potion, but that's also going to play as a dash. So I can use that amplifying draw dash that I just got and use my Corrupted Demon Knight Spear. Now with the spear, you can get a certain amount of hits. I believe it's pretty RNG, but you do want your first spear to clear out all these first wave of mobs. So if it doesn't clear all of those out, you might want to retry. Best RNG is when you can kill all 4 of these mobs all at once. Now this next wave, you definitely might need about 2. The one in the back always usually survives a little bit. I'm not sure why that is the case, but I usually need at least about 2 spear moves, and then I even need to do a little bit of basic attacks because I don't want to waste the 3rd spear move or the last spear move, because in some cases it'll just be the last spear move. It's pretty RNG. You can probably explain it in the comment section below. I'll have the explanation on how the spear works, but from there I dash one more time and then clear the last phase, which gets me a good phase 1 of 11 seconds. And honestly, that is pretty good, guys. That is the best type of RNG you're gonna see, and we even did this run live, so it's honestly pretty insane. Now for phase 2, it's not that pretty, but the mob is pretty easy. We're just gonna use basic attacks here and get him out the way. If I had Reawakening, especially on like a legendary variant, I probably would have just used Double Down right there because I would have got the skill back pretty faster. But I probably could have just used Double Down regardless there, I think. But I think the point is, from there, we got IGRIS the Red. Now, pay attention to what I'm doing in which order. So I'm gonna actually summon Baek Yunho on the field before I even Extreme Evasion, before I Shadow Step, before I summon the shadows, anything. So summon Baek Yunho first. As I get my Extreme Evasion, then I Shadow Step and summon the shadows. Then I'm gonna summon Gogen He, use Multi-Shadow Strike, and then IGRIS now has a minuscule amount of break gauge. And then the reason I summoned Baek Yunho that early was because the shadows do move around IGRIS as a mob, so you definitely want to make sure when you're summoning your supports, your shadows aren't getting in the way, because that'll piss you off, okay? But we go ahead and use Eugene Ho, and then I kind of wanted to time the Double Down to when he would break his gauge, but a good amount of Double Down hit outside of his break gauge being depleted, so I kind of wasted a little bit of DPS there. I want to say I could have got around maybe like 50 seconds if I timed the Sonic Stream properly, but now I'm gonna dash, use the spear move. This obviously isn't gonna kill IGRIS just out the gate, so we're gonna need to dash when he does get enraged, and we do time that perfectly. But you don't want to Shadow Step immediately. You want to wait till his iframes are up. You can tell his iframes are up because when I hit him, I start to see numbers again. We're gonna space to get that Shadow Step. We're gonna basically now just use the skills that we can. So dash, use Double Down. I'm summoning the support characters. Dash, use Multi-Shadow Strike. I'm just trying to kill at this point. So I'm doing everything I can. I'm summoning every support, and we literally get 59.03 seconds, guys, or 0.304 seconds. But guys, that is how you can get under a minute for IGRIS the Red Battlefield of Time in Season 5. What do you guys think of IGRIS the Red? Go ahead and leave your thoughts, theories, and comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. With that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all take care. Peace.